back with comedian David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. Alright, I'm starting to get into the Olympics now. I haven't watched any of it, but Australia's doing well, and I'm on the bandwagon. I fucking love the sailing, I love rowing, I love backstroke, I love the fucking trans medley relay. I love it all now. I love the Olympics. I thought Australia was going to do shit, so I didn't like the Olympics, but now they're doing good. I love the Olympics. Even though I trash Australia and all the people in it, when we do well, it does make me proud. I wrote this essay at university once, the second time I went to university. I was trying to buy myself another couple of years of doing fucking nothing, so I re-enrolled in university. Well, I didn't enroll, I wrote a letter. I've got into university twice by writing a letter to someone at the university. I got that idea off my auntie, actually, who never even finished high school, but kept writing letters to like Sydney University every day for like a year and a half or something, asking if they would let her in, and she eventually got let in, and now she's a barrister. I wrote letters to university as well, asking if I could get let in. And if I was being honest in the letters, it would have sounded something like this. Hey, my doll's getting cut off and they're going to start forcing me to work. I'm really not keen on working. I reckon I can do pretty good for a semester and then fail the next year and a half. But it will buy me 2 years of doing nothing. Your university is going to make money. It will be a debt I am responsible to pay back, which I have no intention of paying back. But look, it's really a win-win for both of us, isn't it? But the second time I went to university, I was studying anthropology and I was taking a history class. And I wrote an essay in the history class about Australia having a massive inferiority complex and how we gain most of our self-worth as a nation by doing well at sports. I failed that essay because I wasn't actually asked a question relating to that. I sort of just wrote an essay on whatever I felt like. I remember the dude took me into the office and he's like, did you read the question? And I'm like, yeah, I read the question. He's like, well, the essay is fine. It's just you haven't answered the question at all. And I was like, yeah, I know, but pretty good essay, isn't it? Pretty good essay though, isn't it? You can't deny that, can you old cunt? All I heard was the essay is fine. But it does give you a little bit of pride that a small country like Australia, a country full of just fucking hard-working battlers, a nation of roughly 24 million, of which 23 million are full-blown retarded. If you think we're doing well in the Olympics, wait a couple of weeks and watch us dominate the Special Olympics. We have got some of the best retards in the world. I wouldn't mind watching some of the Special Olympics, actually. That's always pretty entertaining. I wouldn't mind watching some of the actual Olympics either. The only Olympics I'm watching at the moment is India competing, which is like pretty much the Special Olympics already. It's really hard watching the Indian Olympic team because you know they're not going to win. You know they're going to get knocked out. We were out at lunch yesterday and on the big screen they had the women's badminton match where one of the Indian players, Sindhu, some bullshit, but she's like a fucking national hero because I think she came 6th in the last Olympics or something. Maybe she got a medal, I don't know. But she was India's great hope of getting another medal. She's been on the cover of all the newspapers, all the magazines, fucking she's everywhere. She's a fucking shitty badminton player. Am I saying that right? Badminton? Anyway, she was in the semi-final. The winner of this goes into the gold medal. And she was playing some fucking Asian chick from Chinese Taipei. I don't even know what that is. What is Chinese Taipei? Is Taipei like its own independent country, but China's like, hey, you can keep Taipei for one more Olympics, but we're taking over. Chinese Taipei you are now, and next Olympics you'll just be fucking China. But it was so fucking predictable watching this Indian chick play this Chinese Taipei chick. The Indian chick was doing well at the start. So a set in badminton is like fucking 21 points, first to 21. And this Sindhu bitch is doing fucking well. Like really well, really competing well up until like point 16. Like, everyone was on the edge of their seat. They're like, this could be a boil over. And I'm like, in badminton, the first 18 points don't mean shit. It's the last 3 points that matter. And when it got to around point 16, fucking Sindhu started choking. And after she lost that first set, everyone knew what was going to happen. There was going to be no comeback. The Indians knew there was going to be no comeback. Everyone knew there was going to be no comeback. And Sindhu played it according to script. She went down 21-11 in the second set. She's still a national hero though, because coming fourth in the Olympics in India is a big deal. So I'm loving the Olympics again, but now I think it's going to be pretty quiet for Australia after this. We're good at swimming. It's track and field events now. We had some white guy who won the heat of the 100 meter sprint, and all of Australia got excited. We were like, oh my God, will an Australian be the token white guy in the 100 meter final this year? And then 8 hours later, he finished fifth in the semi-final. That's what it must be like being an Indian watching the Olympics. You win a heat, the media goes nuts, and then you finish fifth in the very next race. That's the same. Being an Australian and cheering for our white guy to win the 100 meters is the same as being an Indian and cheering any Olympic event. Anyway, that will do for tonight. If you're enjoying the podcast, share it around with your friends. Hit me up on social media. I'm Boyle Comedy on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And I'll see ya the fuck later.